Imagine sailing through calm, turquoise waters in the South China Sea. Beautiful, serene, and yet one of the most contested regions on Earth. Why have so many nations locked horns over this body of water? Why has it triggered diplomatic storms, military standoffs, and global tension? The answers lie deep in a complex web of history, politics, and power. The South China Sea stretches across more than 3.5 million square kilometers and is bordered by several countries: China, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. But this is not just any sea. Beneath its surface lies an estimated 11 billion barrels of oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. It also serves as a vital trade route, with roughly 1/3 of global maritime traffic passing through its waters each year. Whoever controls the South China Sea, in a way, controls the flow of global commerce. But the current conflict didn't just emerge overnight. It dates back decades, even centuries. China bases its claims on a controversial Nine-Dash Line, a boundary that stretches deep into waters also claimed by other countries. The origin of this line goes back to 1947, when the then Republic of China issued a map showing its historic claims. After the communist government took over in 1949, it retained this map, and the claim became a central part of modern Chinese policy. However, these historical claims are widely disputed. Other nations in the region, especially Vietnam and the Philippines, argue that China's historical maps do not justify ownership. International law, specifically the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, supports their stance. According to UNCLOS, nations are entitled to an exclusive economic zone, EEZ, extending 200 nautical miles from their coastline. Many of China's claims fall well within the EEZs of its neighbors. In 2016, an international tribunal in The Hague ruled in favor of the Philippines, declaring China's claims under the Nine-Dash Line to be invalid. China, however, rejected the ruling and has continued its activities in the region, including building artificial islands and militarizing them, actions seen by many as aggressive and destabilizing. So, what's really at stake? Beyond resources and trade routes, the conflict is about influence. Regional and global. For China, it's about asserting dominance in what it sees as its backyard. For the United States and its allies, it's about maintaining freedom of navigation and supporting international law. That's why U.S. Navy ships regularly conduct freedom of navigation operations, sailing through disputed waters to challenge what they see as excessive maritime claims. Meanwhile, countries like Vietnam and the Philippines are walking a tightrope, trying to protect their sovereignty without triggering open conflict. The South China Sea has become a geopolitical chessboard, and each move could lead to lasting consequences. But while governments play their diplomatic games, millions of people across Asia, fishermen, traders, coastal communities, are living in uncertainty, watching as politics decides the fate of the waters they depend on. So, the next time you see a headline about the South China Sea, remember, it's not just a story about rocks and reefs, it's a story about history, power, and the future of international order. If you found this video insightful, help us keep the conversation going. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's most pressing conflicts. Your support means more than you know.